Hello, this is Christy Hunt. I am a shareholder of Green Star Products and an operations management consultant. Today I will be assisting Joseph Listella, president of Green Star Products, with today's shareholders meeting. Having our typical in-person stockholders meeting this time as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. We had considered doing a Zoom meeting, but with a large number of people attending, it just didn't seem like that would be a manageable option. Therefore, we're going with this PowerPoint slideshow and voice instead. We've been receiving questions from shareholders for the last 6 weeks. And based on the questions, we've broken up our topics today into a few different groups that can explain all of the different items that we've been asked. We'll speak about the quorum results, discuss the financials and when those will be posted publicly. We've received quite a few questions and answers, and we will answer all of those at the same time. We'll talk a little bit about the history of GSPI and the past projects. We'll work into the current project with ViroSpectrum Shield. We'll discuss a new resolution that we'd like to put out in front of the shareholders today, and then look a little bit into the future of GSPI. The votes are in and the quorum is complete. The 50% participation required to have a quorum was exceeded and all propositions were passed at 90% or greater. Joe was re-elected president with a confident 97% yes. For those who have yet to vote, not to worry, your votes will be counted for up to 7 days after this meeting. Now officially start the 2021 Green Star Products shareholders meeting, and I'll make a motion to open the meeting. Hi, Joe. Do you second the motion to open up this meeting?
Good morning, Christy. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. I second your motion. Let's get started. What's the first question?
So many stockholders are asking us, when will the company's financials be posted?
We have been working on the company's financials for several months. As many stockholders know, we are working on 4 years worth of financials, 2017 through 2020. This is not a trivial task. We are now in the final review of the financials and should be posted within the next 10 days or less. I am asking our shareholders to look past the financial numbers because we are an environmental company. During the last 4 years, we have done very little business due to the political and international market conditions, including tariff wars. Business conditions have now changed in our favor. This is now our time to make our move forward. I have spent considerable time writing the notes to the financial statements. Please read my extensive notes because they clearly outline who we are, what we have accomplished, and where we are going. I'm sure everyone will be impressed. This is our story. This is your story.
Question number 2. In the past years, Green Star Products has been very active and even considered a leader in several industries, including algae production, biodiesel production, high-tech coatings, etc. Are we still pursuing those markets and technology now?
I am really delighted to hear that many of our old-time shareholders remember that we were leaders in several of these industries. I have read all your emails on this subject, and again, I will point everyone to the notes to the financial statements, which will answer in great detail all of your questions. My general answer is our company will pursue aggressively All of our environmental technologies, including biodiesel, algae, high-tech coatings, viral spectrum shield, and even graphene. These technologies are becoming important, especially since the new administration in Washington is pursuing environmental solutions each day.
Number 3, shareholders want to know more about the future of Virospectrum Shield. What can you tell us about that?
The COVID-19 virus is unpredictable. New mutations of this virus coming from South Africa and Brazil have already shown that present-day vaccines are only 60% effective against these new strains. Furthermore, even those people that take the vaccines, many of them will still catch the virus. Then what is the answer for those people? That's where viral spectrum shield is most effective. All of our sick volunteers who took the VSS formula recovered quickly. No one went to the hospital, no ventilators, and no one died. This has been proven to have efficacy against multiple different types of viruses and 99.9% efficacy against the COVID-19 virus in vitro. We don't have to make any claims because the facts speak for themselves. With the passage of the VSS related proposition from this shareholders meeting, we can now proceed aggressively with our VSS business plan.
Question number 4, how do you feel about 2021? Do you think this will be a profitable year for Green Star Products?
Yes, Christy, I believe Green Star will have a very good year, especially when also considering our other environmental technologies, which are now receiving considerable attention in the capital. Add that to our viral spectrum shield, and it looks like we have a rosy outlook for the year 2021.
Nice, good to hear. Question number 5. Have any major organizations or publications contacted you yet for information or distribution details?
I cannot make any forward-looking statements. Any new developments will be covered in the future press releases. However, I can assure everyone that our company has attracted attention throughout the world, and major media institutions have contacted us. There is an abundance of information contained on the website vssmt.net. This is not our website. However, it is dedicated to provide information about viral spectrum shield. You should really check this out.
Joe, on to question number 6. Now that Green Star Products is about to complete the contract to acquire exclusive distribution rights for Virospectrum Shield to over 300 million people in South America, what is the production capacity by BTR to address the need of these people who have little or no medical facilities or support from their countries?
Biotech research has the ability to ramp up to more than 1 million bottles per month. However, due to the pandemic, certain supplies may be limited. For example, 100cc green bottles are in very limited supply. 2 months ago, Biotech Research purchased all the green bottles of that size that were available in the United States. Barring any supply chain problems, BTR can produce up to 1 million bottles or more per month to meet demand if necessary.
Great. Okay, number 7, we're getting there. Many of the shareholders have asked about a patent that was issued to you in June of 2020, and this is concerning the production of graphene. More specifically, they want to know if Greenstar is going to participate in any way with this graphene patent.
Well, Christy, I'm going to love to answer this question. Graphene was discovered in 2010 by 2 Russian scientists working in England. Both of these individuals were awarded the Nobel Prize for their discovery. Graphene will eventually change every aspect of our society as we know it today. This includes everything from the medical industry, computers, phones, and all the way to skyscrapers. For example, graphene is 200 times stronger than steel, 1/3 the weight of steel, and can carry electricity with no resistance. The entire graphene industry is still in its embryo stage. Existing production processes are expensive, environmentally unfriendly, capital intensive, long timelines for production, and require almost pure graphite as a feed material. Additionally, most of the pristine graphite mines in the world are owned by the Chinese. Not a great scenario. My patented production process produces powdered graphene and addresses all of the above problems. Although my name is on the patent, I developed the process for third parties with their investment funding. Therefore, I am not in total control of that patent. I can say that I am diligently pursuing some kind of arrangement to bring this technology to the shareholders. The culmination of today's meeting, along with the posting of GSPI's financial statements, are very important milestones in order for me to accomplish this task. I promise our shareholders that I will do my best to make this happen.
Question number 8, with all the things that are happening and us talking about some future projects and possibly raising some funds, a lot of the shareholders want to know if you would ever consider a reverse split of stock.
Christy, shareholders are always worried about that. Greenstar has been in business for over 25 years, and we have never had a reverse stock split of our stock. In fact, in 2011, the shareholders did approve a reverse split of 10-to-1 in our stock. However, I personally called for a special shareholders meeting to cancel that reverse split. It never happened. I hope that answers that question. No reverse stock splits, period.
Question number 9, how's Greenstar Products funding the expansion of Virospectrum Shield in South America, funding operations, other technologies, acquisitions, joint ventures with other companies? How do you plan to do that?
Christy, this is also a great question. Remember, the primary purpose of a company being public is to raise funds through the sale of its stock and, more importantly, to provide liquidity for their investors. As in any shareholders meeting, there is always a portion dedicated for new business and new propositions which can be passed by the majority of the quorum that is present at that shareholders meeting. Greenstar now does need to attract funding for all of its new business plans. I am now proposing to our shareholders that we approved to add 200 million new common shares to our treasury to provide funding for our company's operations, expansion, new acquisitions, and joint ventures, to include the possibility of acquiring interests in graphene technology and production. I am now officially asking all the voters at this meeting to vote on the proposition of adding 200 million common shares to the company's treasury. Shareholders can vote in many ways. All we need is your name, number of shares, yes or no on treasury proposition. You can vote on our site. We will provide a special voting page for you. Or you can simply email your votes to us at joe@jplistella.com. Please vote on this important proposition so our company can move forward with its business opportunities.
I have a question so that I understand, and maybe other people will have this question too. If you go adding this 200 million shares, what's that going to do to the shares I have in the company? Is that going to dilute them or change them or lower the value? How is that going to affect me as a shareholder?
So you are asking me that question personally, Christy, are you?
Yeah, just a
That's
little.
what's happening here?
Yes.
You want to get me in
Absolutely.
trouble. You want to get me in trouble.
Of course.
All right. No, it's a great question. People have asked me that question for years because they really don't understand treasury shares. So let me address that now. Every company in the world has treasury shares. These shares can be issued for a variety of reasons, including raising capital for the company, acquiring new acquisitions, and a variety of other reasons. These shares do not directly dilute the present shareholders because they are in the company's treasury and have not been issued. When they are issued to acquire something of value to the company, therefore value to all of its shareholders, and makes each share of existing stock more valuable. In the case of Green Star Products, all shares issued from its treasury are restricted for at least 1 year from the date of issuance before they can be traded in the open OTC markets. Therefore, there is no immediate dilution to its present stockholders for at least 1 year after the issuance of any treasury shares. However, these shares provide a pathway for the company to move ahead with all of its business plans and should add significant value to the company. Christy, I really hope this answers any of your questions concerning treasury shares and the reason for their issuance and how it affects the company, future business, and its shareholders.
Now I think I got it.
Before we close our shareholders meeting, I would like Christy to read several excerpts I have extracted from our 2020 notes to our financial statements concerning GSPI's technology. Okay, Christy, take over.
Oh boy, just a second. Let me grab the notes. I'm reading from one of the pages of the financials, which is being called the company's primary focus. And this is regarding the algae production technology. And the statement here says, for many years, Green Star Products was recognized as one of the true innovative leaders in the algae industry. GSPI successfully built several high production algae facilities based on its proprietary hybrid algae production system, HAPS technology, In 2015, GSPI continued to move forward and completed a proprietary algae production system for a third-party client, and it was operated successfully for 1 year. The facility was a premium showcase algae system located near South Las Vegas Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada. And while the system was operating, it proved that even in Las Vegas summer weather, where temperatures reach 115 degrees during the daytime, the HAP system could successfully produce high quantities of algae. This was the first time anyone provided commercial demonstration that it was possible to provide algae production at these high temperatures. I don't know about you, Joe, but if you can grow anything at 115 degrees, I mean, that's a success. I'm just saying. Section in this is referring to high-tech coatings, and the statement here is that Green Star, through a subcontractor, completed a major coating project at the Elite Marine Corps Air Combat Center in 29 Palms, California. The project included 3 structures and their new amphitheater. Well, that sounds nice. Final statement here in the company's primary focus of the financial statement discusses biodiesel technology. The statement reads, Joseph Listella, president of Green Star Products, was notified that his high-tech loop reactor patent was issued on February 11th of 2014. The loop reactor for making biodiesel fuel. The loop reactor is the backbone of the highly efficient biodiesel plant manufactured by Green Star Products. Most present-day biodiesel production systems require up to 3 hours and 3 different processes to convert feedstock oils through wow, this one's really difficult, Joe, the transcentrifugation process.
Transfication.
Okay, process to produce crude biodiesel. The loop reactor does all these processes in one step in less than 5 minutes. Well, that sounds impressive too. The fact that you can say that word impresses me, Joe.
Transestification.
Wow, that's amazing. So on we go.
I would like to thank all of you shareholders for listening to Christy and myself. I hope we have answered most of your questions. I now make a motion to close the 2021 Shareholders Meeting for GSPI. Christy, can you say goodbye to everyone and second my motion?
Goodbye to everyone, and I second your motion. Thank you for listening to us, and you have a wonderful day.